What is up, everybody? Jesse here, showing you a figure I've been waiting for a long time since it was announced. Here we have the Street Fighter S.h Figuarts Goki, or Akuma, as he is known. Now, this is what appears to be a Street Fighter 4 appearance and incarnation, which is why we have his Street Fighter 4 theme song in the background. So let's take a look at him right here. It just says Goki in the back. Here we have various posing you can do with him. Showing him off with Ryu right there. We got his stats, which is pretty cool. A nice picture from Street Fighter 4. And here it just says Street Fighter number 5 Goki, or Akuma. And yeah, guys, let's get him out the packaging and see what we got. Alright, guys, here we have Akuma out of the packaging, and I have taken the liberty of posing him because I like this guy. So he doesn't come with much accessories. We have a little cardboard backdrop here from Street Fighter 5, which is weird because this is his Street Fighter 4 appearance. Akuma does have a classic costume in Street Fighter 5, which resembles this a little bit, but is not the same thing. Slight changes here and there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. He also comes with a few sets of hands. He comes with 2 fist hands. He obviously comes with 2 hands for his Go Hado. And he comes with 2 style posed hands for his fighting stance. Let me get that out the way here. He comes with a total of 3 faces. First, let's take a look at the neutral face right here. This is what the ones he had on in the packaging. The sculpt is very well done. I really like the way it came out. It definitely looks like Akuma. I love the hair. I love how much they added. Here we have his pretty much the same face, but he's looking off to the side right here. And that's pretty much for when you want to do the whole, you know, he just did the Raging Demon on somebody, where he's always looking behind him. Could do that. And we have Akuma's Rage face. Yeah, I guess you can count these as an accessory as well. This can come off. You just gotta pop off the head. So let's move Akuma right here for a second while we take a look at the other accessory, his Go Hado. Very nicely done, much like Ryu's, pretty much the same sculpt. Much like Ryu's, it has the pretty frosty white here, and it ends up being a very translucent, nice pinkish, purplish plastic. And it's very well done. And around here, which is I just found it right here, there's a hole there to peg in. And it comes with this plastic stand right here. Nothing special about it. It's actually pretty trash, if you ask me. But enough of that. Let's take a look at Akuma. And this guy looks fantastic. He looks amazing. Anybody follows me knows that I am a huge fan of Street Fighter. He is my favorite character of all time, hands down. And they just did an amazing job with him. They retooled the body so well for Akuma. He's bigger than Ryu, than the Street Fighter 5 Ryu. He is so much more muscular, which is good. And they changed some things too with the gi. So if you guys go back and watch my Ryu review, you would see that Ryu's shoulder pretty much had the gi where it's torn up here. The sleeve part was part of the shoulder. So it was like a little pocket in there. And it made it kind of weird. Here we see that his gi is completely torn the hell up. So it doesn't have that. One thing they didn't do that they did with Ryu is that they textured Ryu's top part of the gi, but they didn't do the bottom half. Here they just said, screw it, we're not going to do that. And they didn't texture anything. But it still looks good. I like it. You have his robes here. You can get wind sweat posing with that. It's a nice blue, nice color blue. Light hints of shading here and there, nothing too crazy. Yeah. See the sandals there? They're actually sculpted the bottom half. Alright, so let's enough of that. Let's look at some articulation. Akuma's head can move a full 360. It'll be a little hard, but he can get it done. He has a neck swivel, as you guys can see right there. So he can maneuver his neck around. Let's take the head off. We just pop that off here so you guys can see. Yeah, what's going on here? There we go. And this is also just a piece right here. So if you want him without it, you can. It's just gonna look a little weird because he has that little neck gap right there. So let's just put that back in right there. Yeah, put that right there. Pop head on. You have shoulder joints, you can see right here. Got those butterfly joints, and this is utilizing the fighter bodies, which is the fighting bodies, which is what they use for the Kinukiman figures. I don't really collect those, so I wouldn't be able to tell you much about the bodies. So his shoulders go out about that far. Can't go much farther than that, because if you do, the shoulder joint that connects into the bicep joint here, it's pretty short, so it's gonna pop off if you force it to go up any further than that, and it pops off, and it's a pain in the ass to get it back in. It's already happened to me. Shoulder goes out that far, full 360, no problem there. You can rotate a little bit within inside here, as you can see the joint right there. That's where it swivels at. So it's a little weird. See this, I could do it better. Yeah, you see? So it swivels in there. And as far as the butterfly joint, it gives you a decent range of motion, nothing too crazy. I want to make sure you're actually using that butterfly joint. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. You know, you can't get him to go super far with it. And I think especially because of the material of this, it is a very soft plastic. It is pretty pliable. But it would impede the shoulder joint, the butterfly joint, sorry, from actually going out further than what it is. As you can see, the rubber kind of like pushes back against it, so you can't really, it's not really functional, you know? So, not a fan of that. Limits some kind of posing. Biceps, you have a swivel in here, right at the joint, as you can see. Right there, so you can swivel that around if you want to. Got a elbow joint, moves in that far. Wrists go all around, in and out, and up and down. All you gotta do is just swivel that ball joint if you want that to happen. He has a nice diaphragm joint, so he can crunch pretty far, and he can move back as well. He has a waist swivel, as you guys can see right here, and this is pliable. So if you wanted to, I believe you may be able to take this off. You might have to do some magic and pop off the shoulders if you wanted to do that. And this is a rubber floating piece, you guys can see. And again, I don't know why Tamashii could do it with these figures, but they can't do it with, you know, their Dragon Ball Z line. Xenoverse Trunks, I'm looking at you, you asshole. Super Saiyan Blue Goku with the hard plastic skirt piece, I'm looking at you, you asshole. Why? Why couldn't Tamashii be like, oh well, this works fantastic, it's not going to impede articulation at all. How about we use it for all our other figures too? That would require some kind of clothing, accessories, or part of their attire. Trunks' coat, for example, the bottom half, you can't even move his goddamn legs because of his giant trench coat. But we're not looking at that. We're not talking about that. We're looking at Akuma. And Akuma's badass. So, as you guys can see, you can move this around. It's not going to impede any articulation. Legs go up that far. And look at that. Not impeding any articulation because this is soft rubber plastic. Fuck you, Tamashii Nations. Get better at incorporating this to our DBZ figures. Knees. Been about that far. They are ugly and hideous. They're not pretty. But, you know, gets the job done. Went about that far. The splits, he can pretty much do the splits, which is awesome. That's pretty damn cool, if you ask me. I believe they do have a little swivel in there. A little thigh swivel, It's pretty good. There's nothing here. Oh, wait, is there? Haha, there is. So you can swivel right here his ankles, his shin, and then his ankle right here. You can actually move that inside of the ripped up pant leg, which is cool. Weird, but it's cool. And he has an ankle joint, which allows you to get his ankle up that far, that back, and a decent ankle pivot, which is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool. He also has a toe joint, which will break apart the sculpt of the slipper, which looks pretty ugly, if you ask me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Akuma, guys. I'm disappointed in him a little bit, not too much, a little bit, just because of the way the body works. I wish, he actually had sculpted shoulder shit where you can actually swivel like Dragon Ball Z uses. But I can understand why they're using the fighter body with it. And overall, like, he looks amazing. He pops out. Like, if you put him on your shelf, he's gonna stand out. The way the hair is done, it's shaded in there, gorgeous. Like, this is the best Akuma figure I've ever seen. Like, a lot of other figures have tried to do Akuma justice, and they've either made him with such a huge forehead and little, like, itty bitty pieces of hair around here, and a lot in the back, and standing up on his top knot. And it just looks wrong, man. Like, it looks wrong. It just doesn't look right. But this guy, they fucking nailed the look of Akuma. This is amazing. Like, not for nothing, his just overall, the way he looks, hands down the best looking Akuma. I do wish that these were actual beads and not just like one hunk of plastic. But what are you gonna do, right? Can't win them all. So size comparison wise, here we have, my Storm Collectibles Akuma, and this dude just towers over him. Alright, look at that. Towers over him. Alright, look at that. I do wish that he, I kind of wish that this guy had his blue gi. And I also wish that this guy had his sandals, because these are actual functioning sandals. You can remove them if you want to. And of course, I do wish that Storm Collectibles had this Akuma face, this Akuma head, hair, everything. But I can't complain. This guy is phenomenal. If you guys haven't already, please check out my review of this guy. It's in my channel. I actually love this guy. But enough of him. We're talking about Akuma. So yeah, guys. Let me know what you think of Akuma. If you're excited to get this guy, if you are Street Fighter fans, I totally think this dude works for the Street Fighter line, man. They did a really phenomenal job. I just love looking at this guy. He looks so good. And just a little bit of gripes here and there. Obviously, you're gonna have it with any figure, but man, like any issues there were with Ryu, they fixed them with this guy. Only problem is, like I said, is the shoulders, the arms. But that's part of the fighting body. You're never gonna get rid of that unless you stop utilizing the fighter's body. So I don't really see them doing that in the foreseeable future for Street Fighter. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. But yeah, this is a really great figure, guys. Really great, awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick review, and I hope you guys have a great one. Later.